Okay, so this is part 2. So let's start with the example of how obesity permanently changes the body. Now, Lisa, who is going to be example A, weighs 130 pounds. She gets pregnant. During her pregnancy, she goes up to 200 pounds, right? She has her son, and after she has her son, she drops 20 pounds. And so now she's at 180. Pause. We're going to come back to Lisa. Now let's go to Kim. Kim is married to an abusive husband. She's going through some things. Next thing you know, she's smoking crack. Bam, smoking crack. Now, let's say Lisa is smoking crack for 5 years. And I'm not talking about an occasional smoker. I'm not talking about at the party smoking. We talking about behind the alley giving blowjobs for $5. Holly Berry on Isaiah smoking crack. Like, she out there. She's on it, okay? She's on it. Now, let's say that Kim smokes crack for 5 years. Pause. We're going to come back to Kim. Back to Lisa. Now, Lisa has came down to 180 pounds, which is still overweight. Now, let's say Lisa holds on to that 180 pounds for 5 years. 5 years. So, for 5 years, she is 50 pounds overweight. After 5 years, she decides, you know what? I'm tired of carrying around this weight. I'm going to get it together. I'm going to drop this weight. Now, let's say it takes her 6 months to lose the weight. So, after that 6 months, she's back down to her weight of 130. Her before pregnancy weight, 130. Right? Which is ideal for her height, weight, size, whatever. 130. Now, let's go back to Kim. Kim is tired of giving blowjobs in the alley, baby. She's done. She done had a few close calls. She's over it. You know what I'm saying? She's over it. So she decides she's gonna get clean after smoking crack on an everyday, regular basis for 5 years. Now, 3 years pass, right? In these 3 years, Lisa has been at 130. Kim has been clean. Medically, physically, health-wise. Kim is back to where she was before she ever started smoking crack. Her heart is just as strong. Her lungs is just as strong. Everything is back to what it used to be. But as far as Lisa, her body is permanently altered. And I'm going to give you an example. When Lisa was originally 130 pounds before she had her son, she can eat 2,000 calories and maintain her weight of 130. But now that she has gained the weight, 50 pounds, and then turn around and lost the weight, even though she's back at 130, let's say with the same muscle mass and everything else, even though she's back at 130, now she has to eat 1,800 calories or fewer to maintain her weight of 130 pounds. That is the way that obesity permanently alters the body. When I seen that in this documentary, I was blown away. Blown away. To know, even once I lose this weight, I will never be the same. Never be the same. Now, don't get me wrong, there is ways to make your body burn more calories, which is to increase your muscle mass, because muscle burns more calories. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn. But just to know that my body is permanently altered was a big eye-opener. That is wild. That is wild. I mean, it was amazing. You know what I mean? It was amazing. It is so many books out here about how to lose weight. And Lord knows I done read my share of them. I have at least a good 15, 20 of them right here in my living room. But none of these books told me that. None of these books explained what weight does to the body. None of these books, which is crazy. Not no Jillian Michaels, not no, who was the one for Oprah, the Bob Greenlee or Greenie. None of these books explain that. None of them explained medically what is going on in the body. None of them explained why I crave bread the way that I do. None of them explain it. None of them explain why I crave Coke the way that I do. This documentary is so good. Even if you got to purchase it, to buy or to watch it, even if you got to pay money to watch it, do so. You know, I seen a documentary when it first hit out on HBO. I watched all 4 of them back to back. But the one that explains medically what goes on in the body, I must have watched that one like 5-6 times. At the time I had HBO and I also had an HBO on demand. I no longer have HBO or HBO on demand, but I still have HBO Go, which I can use to watch. I can watch HBO Go on my television through my Xbox. But I had said that even if I had to purchase that documentary, I was. That's how big that documentary was to me. That's how much information was in that documentary. And like I say, I've seen it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And every single time I learned something new. So I definitely want to purchase that documentary. But you should watch it. Like I say, no matter what, you should watch it. If you live in the US of A, you should watch it. If you don't live in the US, you should watch it to know what could happen, to know what the consequences could be. You should watch it, right? If you are overweight when you're pregnant, okay, even if you just gain the weight during your pregnancy, that puts your child at a higher risk of being obese. Diet book never told you that. Jillian Michaels never said that. Bob never told me that. You know what I mean? Nobody never tells you that. Nobody never tells you. There's 101 books on how to lose weight, but not on how to maintain weight. Not what you need to do now that you have lost the weight. So with this knowledge, it's a little bit easier for me to fight off a craving. Because even though I still have that craving, I have more of an understanding. So I can know this is what is happening in my body. It's only going to last for a minute or 2, right? And then it'll pass. It's just like anxiety. Anxiety will only last 20 minutes tops. And that is very long or very unusual. It's just like that craving. That craving will only last so long. And if I can know what is physically going on in my body at that particular time and at that particular moment, I have a better chance of fighting it. Because now I know better. I know more. So that is what this that is what this video is about. My name is Wyzetta and I am a coke addict. Today, which is, one second. Let me get my phone. Today, which is August the 14th, and it is 1:21. This is my last coke. I'm finna get into my sobriety, so to speak. I'm finna get clean, so to speak. This is my last coke. There was a time a couple of months ago in December the 1st, I stopped drinking coke. And I didn't have coke for maybe 2-3 months. I did really well with it. And I don't even know how it came back into my life, or I really didn't pay attention. Let me not say I didn't know. I really just didn't pay attention of it coming back into my life. But yeah, and after that first couple of weeks, I had a coke after about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. And at the time that I had the coke, my taste buds had changed so much that I didn't even like the taste of the coke. It's a video, one of my previous videos where I talked about that, which was in a response to Diva Slim Down. So if you want to watch that video, watch that one. But yeah, so today, August the 14th, is my last coke. Today is the start of my sobriety, okay? Today is the start of my sobriety. Today is my last coke, August the 14th. If you have not seen the documentary, Weight of the Nation, please watch it. Even if you have to go to a friend's house, like I say, it is still being played on HBO Go. It is still being played on HBO on demand. Also, if you are interested, even though I feel like this is another movie that everybody named mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin should see, whether you live in the United States of America or not, which is too big to fail. You should see that. It really explains what happened to us as a nation financially. It really shows you how those that put us in a situation that we are in benefited when they should have been penalized, when they should have been, in my opinion, executed. When you can ruin a nation, yeah, it's execution time. But not only did they not go to jail, they got bonuses. So, like I say, and that movie is called Too Big to Fail. My name is Wyzetta, and have a nice day.